And welcome back to Artist on Art. I am your host, Nada Milkovich, and I have the pleasure to be speaking with Ian Bell. That's the beautiful music you're hearing in the background. That's Ian Bell's vocals and his guitar player. Ian, thanks so much for coming into the show.
Thanks, Nada. Thanks for inviting me.
Hey, this is great. You're a Santa Cruz artist, right?
I am.
And you moved here in early 2000s?
2002.
2002, and you've been playing the guitar your whole life?
Nearly my whole life. I guess I started dabbling at about 19.
Oh, 19. I thought you got a guitar when you were really little.
Oh, I did, yeah, but I couldn't play that. Like on the bio, it said I couldn't play it. I only hit my sister's head with a tuning fork.
I carry a tuning fork wherever I go.
Good.
Well, I want to know my C.
Everybody should have that.
Everyone should. I totally agree. So, Ian Bell, you are here to promote your new CD.
I am.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's called Red Wine and Tears, and we were just listening to the first track off of this CD called Last in the Family Line.
That's right, yeah. I thought I'd start with that one. I think it's a song just about being last in the family line. How else can I put it?
So, are you coming from the position of being last in the family line?
I kind of am in a way, but now we're not now I'm not. My wife and I got a young daughter.
So now your daughter is last.
She's last in the family line. But I always was told that I could be last in the family line, being the last of the old timey thing of the last male in the family. But I don't think it should be male or female. It can be anyone. My
dad's the last last member of his family line, but I took that over and I didn't change my name. So
right.
I'm, there you go.
I think the roots are still the most important thing.
That's right. So Ian Bell, I know you live here in Santa Cruz, but where are your roots from? Where do you come?
I'm from West London, just on the pie crust of London, as they'd say. So, but...
the most edge, the farthest edge, yeah.
A Londoner would say, no, you're not from London. But I am. It said London Borough of something where I came from, so I'm on the edge.
You're on the edge. Yeah. People can visit your work at ianbellacoustic.com?
That's correct, yeah. You can go there, and that's my website, and you can hear everything that I've recorded so far on the streaming players, and it's got all information about what I do on there.
Congratulations. And where did you have this produced?
I recorded it in a purpose-built studio I have in our backyard. I like to call room number 3, and because we live in a 2-bedroom place, so that is room number 3. And then I sent the WAV files up to a studio in San Francisco, and they mixed and mastered it and sent it back to me. And then I sent it to the people who printed up the CDs, and we did it that way.
And how did you come up with the title of the CD?
Red Wine and Tears is one of the songs on the album, and I think it's just about a crumbling relationship, something that really is never going to be fixed. And I just thought it always stuck in my mind that the first full-length album that I would do would be called this. It was the working title, it was the name of the song. I just couldn't get away from it. It had to be this name for the album. And the painting on the front of it is something I did. And I did it because visually I had to have a visual in my mind what the album would feel like and look like. So
when did you paint the painting?
Well, I painted it twice. My wife was out of town, and I painted it once, and it just wasn't happening. It just didn't look right. And then I did it again, and then it was exactly what I thought the album should represent.
And it's a beautiful layering of dark reds, burgundies. Looks like going into the blacks. It's a beautiful CD cover. Ian, you want to play us something?
That'll be great.
What would you like to play us?
This is a song called What's for Sale. This is about having everything and then losing it on purpose and then really wanting it back.
That's right, everybody. Ian Bell.
What's for sale? I'll buy anything that you have, that you'll ever have. I'll buy that big strong house and that brand new wife with her big round eyes that I think I saw first. When I had everything, wanted to give it all up, just give it all up, yes. When I had everything, wanted to give it all up, just give it all up, yes. See, now I have nothing, but I want everything. So what's for sale? What's for sale? I'll buy anything that you have, that you'll ever have. I'll buy the pillow she dreams on and the concrete she stands on, the air that she's breathing and the child that she's holding. When I had everything, wanted to give it all up, just give it all up, yes. When I had everything, wanted to give it all up, just give it all up, yes. See, now I have nothing, but I want everything. So what's for sale? I'll buy the pillow she dreams on, the concrete she stands on, the air that she's breathing, the child that she's holding, the pillow she dreams on, the concrete she stands on, the air that she's breathing, the child that she's holding. Oh, when I had everything, wanted to give it all up, just give it all up, yes. Oh, when I had everything, wanted to give it all up, just give it all up, yes. See, now I have nothing, but I want everything. So what's for sale? So what's for sale? Tell me what's for sale.
That was wonderful. Ian
Thanks very
Bell.
much.
Ian Bell, folks, our own Ian Bell, Santa Cruz musician, here on Artist on Art to talk about the brand new first full-length CD that you've produced. Is that right?
Yeah, I had 2 EPs before that I released, I think 2011, and I think one 2010 as well, but I wanted to put these songs in more of a bunch. They all fitted together. So.
And you've written all of them?
I did. I wrote all of them.
And that lyrics and the music.
Yeah.
It's all yours.
Yeah.
You've been doing this for a long time.
I have. It's something that I just got to do. It's
And you've played with bands. You've had the Big Tuna was one of your bands?
Yeah, I played with Big Tuna in England, which is a band which we formed, a couple of us, and I played with a band called Every Brilliant Eye in the early 90s. And but now I play acoustically, and I kind of like it. It's I'm very mobile, and I kind of like, it's like finding the root of the simplicity of the songs. I like that.
It's wonderful. And that's why you can just come on here and play as beautifully as you are. Would you play us another?
I will.
What would you like to play us?
I'd play Recipe to Disappear.
So you're going through this is basically the third song on the CD.
This is the third song.
That other song, What's for Sale, was the second song. And we're just going to go down the line. So sit back and relax, folks. Enjoy.
Hold it so close, hold it so near. You have the recipe to disappear. Tell me what the ingredients were. Any chance you could put this down in words? Oh, we'll pull down the stars, we'll wipe off the shine. I'll eat the list once you've wrote it down. You've got a recipe to disappear. I'll come closer, will you let me hear? You've got it made in the shade, don't you know? Let me in so I'm able to go. How long have you carried this with you? Or was it written down or just tattooed? Kept in a jar way, way up on the shelf, only taken down when you moved house. Oh, we'll pull down the stars, we'll wipe off the shine. I'll eat the list once you've wrote it down. You've got a recipe to disappear. I'll come closer, will you let me hear? I've got it made in the shade, don't you know? Well, let me in so I'm able to go. You've got your worn-out shoes, you've got those worn-out views, you've got that worn-out face, that worn-out leather suitcase. You've got a recipe to disappear. I'll come closer, will you let me hear? I've got it made in the shade, don't you know? Let me in so I'm able to go. I'm able to go.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Thanks very much.
Ian Bell, thank you so much. You have such a beautiful voice.
Thanks very much.
Who are you listening to? Who do you find inspiring when you, or do you just have the words in the? Tell us your process. That's what I'm trying to say.
The process is strange. You can never sit. I personally can never sit down to say today I'm going to write a song.
Right.
And my analogy of it's strange. I feel it's like it's similar to baking a cake. It's the chords of the. I see it as the chords of the ingredients that go into the song, the music, and all songs are different, and all cakes have got different ingredients in it. Yet you can sing over a similar chord pattern with very different vocal tones. And I always think of the vocals as the icing on it, because you could have the same ingredients, but the icing on top of the cake can be really different. Sometimes I'll get a chord progression together and I try to put some words over it, and it's just not happening. And you've almost got to put your guitar down, walk away, and kind of creep back up on it. And sometimes you just put lyrics over the same chords on a different day, and there's something that clicks. And when that clicks, that's a real gift, because then I just get my dictaphone, I sit down, and then I'm off. But you can't always do it. It comes sometimes, it doesn't, but when it does, it's just the greatest thing.
There's the muse in all art form. You gotta wait for that inspiration.
You've got to, yeah.
Yeah. So you have 10 songs on your new CD, Red Wine and Tears. How long did it take you to bake these cakes?
All right. So these, they come in batches. Funny that. So the cakes, I guess, but they come in batches.
Right, well, that's how bakers do it. They do it in a frenzy, and you bake all weekend, and then...
And there was 13. The baker's 13. There was 13, but I cut it down to 10. I'm not sure. I think possibly they came in about a year.
A year.
And I wrote them, got them on a dictaphone. I don't really write that much down, which is kind of a little worrying. But I think if it's good enough for me, I won't forget it. I put a lot on dictaphones, walk around, and I put a lot on. I write on pieces of paper and sandpaper and things like that. So
whatever you got.
Whatever I got.
What's closest?
Whatever I got, yeah.
So would you say, as an artist, you're more of an audio kind of place because you're using dictaphones? You know, writers usually use pencils, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I've got a lot of notebooks with lyrics written in them and little pieces of paper but I getting back to
the process,
baking the song and the process. I need to have I really need to have it's the tune that I got to capture. It's the way the vocal lays over those chords, and if I can get that and I'm happy with it, that's exciting. And I can't write that down. I don't read music. I can't.
Really?
No. So I don't really know what to put down for the notes. The notes.
Right.
So I have to get it down on a dictaphone.
That's fabulous. Any way you can do it, I say. So, Ian Bell, we only have, 5 minutes left.
5 minutes.
Do you have a song that do you have a 5-minute song that we could kind of blow out to the end of the show, or?
Sure.
Would you want to do that? Because we've got a great show coming up, Otherworldliness, which is going to be fabulous. I can tell because I've already looking at the CDs. And so, what do you say? We want to finish up the show?
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me just say thank you to Beth Gumry for coming on. Thank you to Vanya Benavides for doing the live tweeting and Facebook posting as what's happening, and a big thanks to Ian Bell and Matthew Swinnerton for getting us together.
A lot of thanks to Matthew.
Yeah. So everybody sit back and relax and have a great day. See you next week.
I hit the canvas hard, slept like a baby through the count. Should I have got up to fight? Sick of confrontation for once. And as the punches rained in, it's only forever, you say. And if you say that I'm lost, but don't ask for directions today, so hand me the mirror so I can see clearer just what all that I become, all that I become. But now the corner boys have gone. They piled in a cab for central London. The last thing the cut man said you got wounds that won't heal in your head. And as the punches rained in, it's only forever, you say. And if you say that I'm lost, but don't ask for directions today. So hand me the mirror so I can see clearer just what all that I become. All that I become. So hand me the mirror so I can see clearer all that all that I become. All that I become.